Last time we played, I don't know. I don't remember. I think the policeman was like, I did it. I murdered someone. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way you did. We're now trying to figure out what's really going on. And we're back to investigating. Oh yeah, I guess we are. I don't know. Oh, I think that was a lot of FE art. I will not lie. I loved it though, but it was a lot. I think shit went down with her sister, I think. I mean, there's always something up with her sister though. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Oh, good, we get a flashback. Thank you, game. Always something with this, yes. Hold on, I'm gonna change. Yeah, her sister was sent to jail because she's being found guilty of the stabbing, even though, she's most likely not actually the person. That was the thing. And we're convinced she's not guilty, but she's trying to make us think she is. I assume because blackmail reasons, or probably it's something to do with her sister. Watch, she's probably like, I'm trying to protect my sister, so I gotta be guilty. Bullshit. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. Sounds like bullshit to me. Did what we had to. Oh, right, because they were talking about a case and like how the police like forged evidence and shit like that. Even prosecutors are like, yeah, we did some fucked up shit to get the verdict we wanted. And we were criticizing the court because we were like, yeah, it seems like 3 days is not enough time to figure out, to have a crime solved. In order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for... Right, the right to expedient trial. Let's take that to extreme. Absolutely. I'm gonna keep the font at white. White was hard to see, but I think black's harder to see. Sorry, I'm messing with shit like always. Never satisfied. Alright. Go away. The Joe Dark killings? Alright, no worries, have fun teaching. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. I'm gonna turn down the game volume again, cause it just sounds strap. There we go. Oh, I can hear myself again. Okay. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? Oh, fuck, that's right. I forgot we saw his face before. He scares me. His face scared me. On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. strengthen my mic just a smidge. Like that. We'll see. We'll see if that's too much. I'll turn it back if too much. I read this. I didn't see that one coming. Plot twist. You want to talk more about it, though? It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of year, too. Or this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. I'm just realizing how weird that name is. I mean, it's on Phoenix Wright brand, but still. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall attacked him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck. The lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? Could you explain the permanent picture to me? What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Damn. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. I feel like there's gotta be a deeper conspiracy, and it's not what we think it actually is. Like, nothing actually happened the way we think it did, and topsy-turvy bullshit. Aww. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma. Been through so much. Oh. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. Incident? I don't know what the words were. I tried. The words just wouldn't come out. Drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. Years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crimes with my testimonies. Find that evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Okay, well, what happened after? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Oh, wait, oh, I read that as Phoenix. Wait, I don't know. I'm not paying attention, clearly. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence, and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yeah, don't you remember? He didn't have the whole change of heart with you yet? Yeah. Yes, I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. It's okay. We know the boo-boo wasn't great before. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. I could have just testified properly. None of this would have happened. So it's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. He also has done it before. We've seen it happen. Are we really this surprised after 5 episodes? Hold on. Am I the only one keeping tabs here? Are we supposed to believe that Edgeworth was actually good all this time and not that he recently decided he was doing wrong things? Okay. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold. She is today. She must have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Something puzzling. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective... Oh gosh, that text went by fast. Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? I better have another talk with her. Okay. So then we go to detention center to go talk to her about it, I guess. Even though she has not been helpful with me or anything that I do. February 24th. Like... I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this new setup. February 24th, detention center, visitors room. Lana. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Huh? More? Oh, about how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about the unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Thank you. I'm glad you're actually trying to help me out here. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. Couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, I'll He really said. Okay, so moving on, drama queen. Holy fuck. Well, all that drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with the knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. I know I was upset with her 2 seconds ago, but like, she's amazing. Oh. Why do they look like a strange power couple? No. Oh no. I don't know if I like where this is headed. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of the police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever! They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. That sounds sketchy. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. She's getting blackmailed by Gant, because I don't trust Gant. I don't think he's innocent in anything. Nope. Totally blackmail that she's moved, and now he's like holding something over her head, and now she's being framed because something. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Sure. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I share the same office and the same investigations. Even at the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Oh, all of them. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gun-ho, as they say. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. He tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down. Okay, I thought I was gonna say like left their like guard duties or something. That's why I'm like tripping there. Then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. Oh damn. What? Wait. How do you... Okay, I am confusion. What? How? we saw the photo with... It was the brother kneeling on the ground. Dark standing over him with a knife. How does that translate to stab in back and being crushed by the victim? I can't be the only one, right? Like, how do you go from overpowering someone and going to stab them in the at their front to them being stabbed in the back and you on the ground? That makes no sense. I am jumping ahead. I'm sure the game's gonna be like, whoa, plot twist. I'm jumping too far ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. This doesn't make sense, and I know it doesn't. But I don't know why, other than that doesn't make sense. I want to know all the answers now. 3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Damn. Okay, so did he not die instantaneously? Hold on. Do we have info on that? No, it doesn't say anything about if it was immediate or not. Suspicious. Oh wait, no, I read that. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. That's weird wording, but okay. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. Ma'am, lie down. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. You're not gonna be comfortable there, I'm just saying. Stop flicking your tail. You're the one who wants to be in my space. You're the one who wants to be in my space. Stop flicking your tail. You're the one in my space. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm? I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. Chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at that Chief's office. Site of the final SL9 murder. Okay, sure. They're totally just gonna let us into his office, no problem, right? Totally. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Sorry, trying to adjust headset. Cat, don't you even. Ba ba ba. Yes. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Wait, wasn't I... Is this not what I wanted? Oh, wait. Do I need to go to prosecutor's office? I'm confused. Wasn't I gonna go to Chief Gant's office? Why is that not an option? No one's here today. Not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. We proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Ain't in there, Lana. Gotta find all the answers by tomorrow. Okay, so what do they want me to do? Maybe they want us at the entrance? Let's see. Oh, okay, this is something. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Hey, Sarah. Sorry, I do not speak the language clearly. You never know where life leads you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where... Oh, sorry, that's Phoenix. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prosecutors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Talk to me! Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. But the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. Scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the king of the prosecutors? I knew it. What are you looking at me for like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother.